you are free to stop me anytime as we are going ahead with the scoring. Okay? Right. So you will see on your left hand side item. Okay. Okay, left hand side you will see item. Okay, that is this
One.
okay, that is 1 to 20 item. You look at your form, it is 1 to 20. Okay, that is this. Oh, here it is cutting here, I'm sorry. It is cutting here. Okay, I'm sorry there. You can just check it. It is cutting here. Some just push it up, or I'll have to use. It is coming out. Still cutting?
Still.
From the projector itself.
Now?
Yes, good.
ده طول مزير.
لا to be minimized.
بروجيكتور بس عندهم.
Little minimization. Little.
كده زود كده.
So you have item on one corner, okay, left hand side. The second column is start score. Okay? Can you see start score? You see a start score.
خط حلو عشان حلو الخط.
So you see a start score. In this start score, you will see many items written as bird.
Yes.
Okay? But item number 11, 12, 15, 17, 19, 20. Okay?
Different months.
Okay? These are written specific months.
11 4 months. No, yeah, 11 4 months.
See here, 11, 4 months.
12 9 months. Yeah.
So these should start at that age only, not before that. Whichever item is written start score birth, only that you are going to score. Okay? And wherever you see start score that specific month, only at that month that item will be scored, not before. After you can always score, but not before. Okay? Then you will see major change.
Subtraction من تدرس
For a specific item, you will see written as major change. Can you see? Third column. You will see major change. Major change is mentioned for item number 7, 8, 9, and 14. Okay? That means for these items, major change possibly you will notice in a baby. Not having any application in terms of scoring, but you will always get a major change at that month. Means by 9 months you may not see a foot grasp. Okay? You may see a foot grasp, you may not see a foot grasp. So you will see it is no grasp.
Major change absent.
By 6 months, tonic labyrinthine, you may not see tonic labyrinthine at all. It will be always coming as absent. Okay? Similarly, ATNR, by 6 months, you will not see, because by 6 months a child is able to roll. If a child is able to roll, tonic labyrinthine supine or prone may not be seen. It will be coming as absent in a normal baby.
Why it is called major change and not called absent?
No, major change means after that you will not get. Before that you will get.
Yani after 9 months we will not.
You may not
have
get the
any
reflex.
grasp.
Do not expect a reflex to continue to be seen by you. Okay? Similarly, yeah, so that is how it is. Item number 7, 8, 9 and 14. Major change is written. No, against no other item major change is written.
So at this age, I should not find this.
You may not find. You may find also, you may not find also.
If I find it, it's good.
If you are fine, oh good, that is a clinical judgment.
Or not.
Good or no good, that is a clinical judgment. Okay? That is subject to the clinical analysis.
Maybe it's in.
But yes, you will possibly, some babies you will not find. Many babies we are finding. Okay? Okay, now next. You see this date of exam is written. Okay? Here, date of exam. So you must write date of exam and corrected gestational age. It is important. Okay? Because from that point only evaluation starts. Scoring starts. And corrected gestational age you need for the preterm baby. You don't need for the term baby. Now we go one by one.
Sorry, it is corrected gestational age or corrected age?
وان جستيشن يعني
It is both
سو
terms
بص
same.
عدى كله بقى مونستر
You can use the corrected gestational age or you can use the corrected age.
It is corrected age.
No, this is what is there. I have to present you that. You can have your way of practice.
This is not 1 month after surgery بنيكو يعني 4 weeks بعد حسب وصله أو
Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now you will see here items are categorized as supine. Then items are categorized as prone, sitting and standing. 4. So you will see this has similarity like the way you saw in
Suspended
Alberta.
also. Suspended last one.
Suspended also.
5.
Yeah. So you will see these has a similarity the way you see in Alberta to some extent. Okay. Okay. Now, whatever you see item supine, please evaluate all items in supine in 1. Whatever you see prone, evaluate all item in prone 1 go. Sitting 1 go. And then standing 1 go and suspended last. Clear? So that baby doesn't get disturbed. Clear? Till now it is clear? Okay?
Yes, clear.
Okay, fine. So the first item you will see that is hands. So first you will observe hand. It is written open or closed. Whether hand is open or hand is closed. That you have to point.
Clinch it.
Clear? Down inside you will see it is closed or it is open. Okay? Between whatever you see, sometimes closed, clenched with the stress maneuver or clenched. Stress maneuver is literally like strong, but clenched is child is holding without any stress. Okay? That means it will be like this, which you always see in opposite posturing child. They will be like this. That is called clench. Okay? Closed means just closed. Clenched means very strongly. Even if you try to do finger, you will not be able to pass. Okay?
With stress maneuver.
These are the point where you need the hand grasp reflex ideas. Okay? Normally you see that radial grasp coming early in the baby. Studies picture, if you have noted, I showed you that radial grasp child is holding and opening easily. Okay? So when you approach the finger, they will open and they will grasp your finger. So that is how you will be grading it. So either it is open or closed, being considered as closed or open. But anything before that you see clenched or clenched with the stress maneuver, if you are seeing that, you grade that. Okay? Good or bad later. Right now grading. Okay? Sometimes you will see child sometimes opening, sometimes closing. You decide whether it is always open or you decide whether it is always closed, or you decide whether sometimes child is opening, sometimes closing. Idea is whatever you see, honestly circle.
But sometimes we are both doing spot diagnosis on time. No follow up. يعني not over time. Sometimes meaning over time.
No, sometimes means they are opening, they are closing.
During the same session.
Same session. You just keep the baby, you see
Just
open or close.
minutes.
Sometimes they will open, sometimes
Even
they
if we
will
get
close.
it with stress, then suddenly even the stone is getting used.
That is your judgment. That is where we need your ideas about the basic reflex science. You need some ideas of the child reflexes before you apply this. That is the intellectual judgment of you how you are scoring the
Okay.
baby.
How is you?
Is that clear?
Don't kill any last place.
تعبرهمش.
You will not make any stimulation.
Just
You will not
observation.
make any stimulation.
Just observation.
Just observation. But if child is crying, you can just calm the baby down. regulate the wave, and then see, you can, one time you can open the hand and leave the baby, and after that you see the child is opening or closing. You can take it. Is that clear? Second point, second one, scarf sign. You will see you have an angle 0 to 15, 15 to 45, 45 to 60, and 60 to 85. And it is after 85. Okay, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So past 4 number. Clear? So if it is 0 to 15, less than that, so you have to grade over here. So it is like you are moving the hand across the body. Very gently. Remember, you are handling a baby. You are adult, so you don't apply so much force. Very gentle. Gentle to a level that it doesn't create any discomfort to the baby. Up to that much light force you have to move. Okay? And then whatever angle you get first resistance, you have to stop. Whatever angle first resistance you get, you stop. Don't keep applying more. You can apply more and you can move more. That is okay. But that is the first resistance you get, you have to stop. Okay? And then you circle it and just leave it. Okay? Is that clear, all of you? Okay. Third item, that is heel to ear. Okay, third item, heel to ear. So what you do is, child is supine, you will hold at the level of the distal end of the femur and proximal end of tibia. Okay, not directly the knee. Your finger should cover both tibia and the femur, femur both, femur and tibia both. Okay, and then you will try to get first hip 90 degree. Okay, then you try to extend the knee. Okay, in case as you are doing this, this pelvis should be in contact with the floor.
Yeah.
The point where you do pelvis raises up, stop. That is the angle. Clear?
Should I stabilize the pelvis with my hand?
Nobody will stabilize.
Push.
Will be just supine.
Once.
And then you are holding the femur and the tibia. And then you are trying to move the first hip 90 degree and then knee 90 degree. And then after that you move at the hip beyond 90 degree towards abdomen. Clear? As you move towards the abdomen, pelvis left, stop. That is the correct angle you have to document.
I have to hold the knee in the extended.
That is how I said, femur, the tibia you have to hold. And then you try to move. As the moment you see that femur is lifted, stop. That is your angle. You can have your subjective judgment regarding the angle. From the 90 degree, little backward, it is 90 to 100. Little backward, more down, it is over 100. And then towards the abdomen as it goes, angle reduces. Okay? Yes.
Is it similar to the feet and anterior?
I'm coming to popliteal angle. Next is that. Yeah.
Can you repeat what you said when the pelvis is raised? What does it mean?
So child is supine. Okay? You hold at the femur and the tibia. Okay? And you try to keep the hip 90 degree and try to extend the knee 90 degree. Okay? As you extend, if the knee is fully extending, then you try to flex the hip more towards the abdomen. As you flex, pelvis raises up, stop. Pelvis should be in contact with the surface. Okay? That angle will be your angle.
Both legs together.
Yeah. Both legs together. Okay?
One is enough.
Okay. Any question?
Because we are doing usually is one by one. No need for both together. We need to both together.
Two together, leg
Together.
same time. It is a biomechanics. Why two legs together, not one leg at a time?
Compensation.
That requires itself 1 hour lecture. Should we intend? Believe me, it is a biomechanics. And that is where your therapy has an error. Many people have been asking me, so I never entered into that, but I silently gave the answer. I give you the answer quietly because the hip joint, okay, is linked with the pelvis, okay, and along with the pelvis you have sacrolumbar spine, lumbosacral spine, okay. Now, as soon as you try to move the hip into flexion, you also do, okay. As soon as you try to do, next thing will happen is that you get lumbosacral flexion up, okay. As you get lumbosacral flexion up, pelvis raises up. Then what happened? Hamstring go for slackening. Along with that, you have a center pubic symphysis. With that, you have hemipadductor attached. Clear? You cannot isolate the hip. So that is the reason both has to be done together. Now it is a separate matter how to identify hemiparesis. Okay, that we will, as we complete, we will talk. Okay. Is that clear now?
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah.
Should we use goniometer or only observe the
Should we use?
goniometer?
I didn't. Goniometer. No, no need. You can have your visual idea. That is how imagination is there. Because baby will not allow you to wait for the goniometer correct placement to be there. They will keep moving. You have hardly fraction of second to decide. More you handle, more problem you get in the baby. So no way goniometer will be used. But you have a nice judgmental position. Okay, the next popliteal angle. Okay. The popliteal angle, what you have to do is, the first condition is both hip. Okay.
So the absent
Okay, next is rotative. Rotative is, as soon as you keep the child will immediately turn over. It is called segmental rotation, okay, or full rotation. Derotative is segmental rotation. Lower segment move, upper segment follow later. In rotative, along with the lower segment, upper segment follow. Clear?
Yeah.
So if a child is able to roll over, now here I take your question. If a child is able to roll over, derotative will be present, rotative also will be present. ATNR will be absent, TLR will be absent. Okay? So if you will be lucky if you don't have to test this. But if you have to test this, you are really unlucky because that is where judgmental question will come. How you judge. Is that clear? Okay. The next one, prone. That is easier. In prone, you keep the baby prone. Okay? You look whether child is able to lift head. Many preterm babies will not be able to lift head early age. If they are not able to lift head, just write no head lift. Okay? When you write no head lift, you have to just give a score 1. Minimum score that you will give 1. Okay? Then you see head lifting up to 45 degree. Then child is going on forearm. Then head lifting. Child is head lift up to 90. Bears weight on extended arm. Assumes all four unsteadily, losing balance. All fours well, and child is able to stand through plantigrade. So stand through plantigrade is like this. Child will come and then stand up. Or child will come. If support is required, you judge how much support child is taking. Child still can take support and stand up. Okay? But when we say this is standing through plantigrade, I expect child to stand alone. Okay? Scale is expecting you to assess that component if the child is able to stand without support. Many a time you will see child will be holding the mother's thigh and stand up. Okay? In that case, child is still having all fours well, but not able to stand through plantigrade. Okay, tonic labyrinthine prone. So here what you do is, you suspend the baby prone. Okay? Suspend the baby prone at the level of sternum. And then very gently you flex the head. Very gently you flex the head and see the response in the lower limb. Lower limb is going for flexion or extension. Okay? So that comes, you will see here with the head flexion. So you will see some flexion of the leg, or arms and leg are completely under the trunk, fully. Okay? Shoulder will go for protraction. In case shoulder is going for retraction, here comes the reflex of a spoke, Landau reflex. In the Landau reflex, you keep the baby prone, okay? As soon as keep the baby prone, hand will go for extension, head will go for extension, lower limb will go for extension. Clear? That Landau, if that is the happening, in this scale it will be absent. So you need that interpretative idea from the basic reflex to analyze this. Okay? Okay, then sitting. You make the baby sit. You see the lumbar flexion. How much of kyphotic posture is coming? Okay? If you see this, you circle this.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah.
If the Landau is there already, so this item I will not calculate it plus?
No. Landau I am just telling because I am taking that basic science of reflex to give you idea, to make you understand. But Landau is not the component of infinite.
I get this point, but then what I will do in the scoring? Because it's absent our right.
You still will be testing the neck flexion, but out of my experience I am telling you that it may come absent. So you will see the flexion fully, you will see little flexion, okay, it is L3. You will see here more straight trunk, okay, hip will go for flexion, here it will be like this. Okay, it will be like this. Okay, that is where child will stay like this. Child stays like this, it is somewhere this. Over here, child is still down, but flexion. Child maintain, that is this one. Over here, child falls. Okay, in this case, you will see lumbar curvature.
We are supporting what?
Sorry,
We are supporting what here in sitting?
sitting you have to support
Support what?
with the hand.
Okay, catch the hand.
With your hand. You will support at the trunk level. In this case, child doesn't need support. Okay, in this case. But what I am seeing here, since many of the parents start making their baby sit. So what I am saying is, child is actually showing this or this much early. That is called cultural effect on the test. Our country, we don't make the baby sit till they are able to sit by self. Here, parents start making the baby sit. Child is not crawling, but child is sitting well. Okay? So that is called cultural effect of the test. Cultural practices. Okay? If you have that you need to factor in. You can't help it because ultimately child will not get a score. Okay, so how it will not get a score? Child is 6 months, okay, and child is showing you this. Turn the scroll page. Okay, child is 6 months. 6 months.
Yeah.
Clear?
Should be here.
It should be here. Child is showing you this. You have to score 3.
Okay, because it's abnormal.
So cultural practices has been factored in the scale design. Clear? L3 is how much of lumbar flexion is happening.
So at the
L3 level, L5 level. Okay. L3 is higher up. Okay. L5 is little lower down. That means child has relatively good control at the pelvic area. Okay. Over here, lumbar curvature is completely appearing. Okay. All of you clear? Okay, right. So now comes 16. That is sideways parachute. This will start at 6 months. So what you do, you make the baby sit. And then you gently push the baby from side. Okay? Give a gentle push. So what response you are expecting? As you give a push, child will land like this. Children lands like this. Okay? Then you decide what you are saying. Slow or asymmetrical. Or child doesn't land, fully fall down. Then it is completely absent. Okay? So like that you will be. Similarly, backward parachute. So in backward parachute, what you do? You push from the sternum. So what happens, child will land like this. But many children over here are able to do this, but they are not able to stand because they have been made to sit. So you will see a problem here. So if that problem will happen, don't blame the scale or don't blame me. It is a cultural practice. Effect of cultural practice on the child's development. Okay? Yeah.
Do I do this test from there?
Sorry?
This test from there?
No, 6
I
months.
didn't get it. Huh?
6 months. I can do this test from there.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Sideways parachute you will do at the age of 6 months. Backward you will do when child reaches 9 months. Before that you will not do.
If he reach like 6 months and he still don't have sitting, also,
Interpretation and that.
Then they will have somewhere there.
yeah, I don't need to.
You have to still do.
So with trunk support, okay.
Normally we teach this skill when a student has a master's qualification. How many of you have master's qualification? Should we stop teaching? When you have an age coming, age binds you that when you are applying a test you have to teach. You have to teach. You have to test, you have to test. Because you are working with the children, so you should know the skill. Clear? What is coming for information, that is for you to grade and then judge. If you do not judge any of the item, the interpretation will go wrong. Because after that when I talk about the total scoring, then still you have to allow me to go down the scale. But you have to circle, it will be absent.
Yes, I was not.
Yeah, you have to circle. It will be coming as absent if they are not going. Ultimately, you need to be honest to judge what is coming. Okay? Okay, let me complete this, then I'll tell you further. Okay. Regarding standing, this is clear? I'll address you better. Tell me what should I say.
Same height.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, standing weight bearing. So you make the child stand, you saw the primitive walking. Then you will see no walking, sinking aesthesia, child will bend the leg. You will see poor weight bearing, child weight bear, then breaks at the knee. Okay? Then you will see unequal weight bearing, child stands on one leg and another leg is off. Okay? Then child stands with this posture. Okay? And then child stands with upright. So whatever you see that you grade. Okay? Come over.
Also supporting the trunk.
Here. Till here you will be supporting, till here. Here you may not support.
Hmm.
But if the child is not walking, you end up supporting the trunk. You look at how is the alignment of the trunk with respect to. Till here you see how they are quality of weight bearing. Positive supporting reaction. You saw the positive supporting reaction. You make the child stand on the surface. Okay. So what you see, many children will keep feet flat. So you see feet flat. Some children will do toe standing and then feet flat. Okay, you have a duration 5 to 30 seconds, then drop to the foot flat. Then you have more than 30 seconds, child is on the toe. Then you grade this. Clear? Then last one, forward parachute. This is suspended, means you have to do in prone position suspended. So you keep the baby prone position suspended and you drop the baby. So what child will do? Child will bring the hand down. Okay? If the child brings only one hand, okay, asymmetrical. Child doesn't bring both hands, it will be considered as absent.
Scoring.
Okay. Now we look at the total score. Less than 4 months. Okay? Birth to 4 months. I am addressing some of the questions that you have put here. Look at this, less than 4 months. Now what you do, calculate the total item that you have that you can apply from birth. Look at this. Item number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 13, 14, 15, then 18. Okay, so how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Minus 6.
5, 6, 7, 8,
14.
9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14 items. Okay? 14 fives are 70.
70, yeah.
15 times 5.
14 fives are 70, maximum score.
Yes.
Coming to the point. Okay? Look at this. Normal,
More than 66.
more than
Yes.
66. Clear? So if your baby is scoring more than 66, then your baby will be normal. Because maximum score is 70. Got the point?
Mm, mm.
No.
No.
We are giving the score for 1, 3, or 5.
So
Either 1 or 3 or 5.
But we are counting total score.
Yes. It's the maximum.
Huh?
I didn't get the point.
Okay. Wait, listen carefully. For a child to be normal, child should get maximum score. Clear? For a child to be normal, child should get maximum score. Clear? That concept is clear?
Yes.
Say yes or no. Yes. So now, for the child to be normal here is showing more than 66, right? Or equal, right? So, how many items are scored here? Here you have scale applied from birth, because it is from birth to 4 months. Okay? So that is 14 items.
How many items? If I miss documentation, for example,
You don't have scope to miss.
I
You
can.
can.
So either I fully document this one or I cannot take it.
So 14 items. Maximum score for each item 5. So that means if a child is scored on 14 items from birth to 4 months, okay, child will be getting maximum score of 70. For a child to be normal, child should get more or less, more than or equal to 66. Clear? Anybody between 49 to 65 will be coming as transient. Anybody less than 48, equal to or less than 48 will be coming as abnormal. Now clear? So the scale and scoring is designed like that. This is the message. Yes, you wanted to ask.
Normal, it has to be only 2, not normal. The maximum accepted.
I'm addressing further.
Ah,
Where that further gets added 70. Why it got 70 added? Okay, anyone can guess? Answer is there.
14 times 5.
No, look at the item number 19. It starts applying from 3 months.
So it's not considered.
Clear?
Yes.
But it is scoring is happening from less than 4 months. Clear? So something, if you have a child who is 3 plus, you end up saying that okay, if that is coming to score. Clear? You score. Whatever score you get, you calculate. Clear now? So now look, 4 to 8 months. How many items till 8 months you can apply? Let's see this.
All except 2.
That is item number 1,
12.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
12
10,
and 17 is
11,
not
12, 13, 14,
All except 2.
18.
18.
18 item, right? 18 item you can apply. 18 fives are 90. Look at the score.
Why 70?
If a child is getting more than or equal to 72, child will be considered as normal. Clear?
Yes.
Now the further weakness, as you ask question, I am addressing this. Till 8 months, age gap is, this is the weakness of the scale. You can correct if you want to give your life. Okay? Means one life will go in scale designing. One life goes in identifying the problems in the scale. Okay. So I am identifying problems in the scale. Okay. Okay. So it is 4 months gap has been given. Clear? This scale is applicable up to 18 months. The rest 10 months is in this. Is it correct? No. Here you have a 4 months gap. Here you have what?
10.
After 10 months, whole 10 months evaluation has to happen in this grading. Clear?
Yes.
That is the weakness. Am I clear?
Yeah.
That means authors, when it was made as a 18 months and they were dividing 4-4 pattern, they should have continued to make 4-4 pattern. So 25s are 100. Clear?
Also, in the last one, you will take that there.
This, any children who is 8 months onwards
20%.
will have it from birth to 8 months and plus. Full.
ده حتى ماثيماتيك حلال.
مش مشكلة. خلاص سيبك انت من الضغط بتاعتك، خلاص هو رقم بسهولة هيحصل خط خلاص.
لو الواد أقل من 3 فولي نورمال يبقى خلاص دخل فيه الأبنورمال. أيوه، ما هو لو جاب كله 3
أقل
فرنسا
من 3 جنبر يعني.
3 نورمال، 3 5، 3 خمسات. لازم تحسبه على الأقل يكون 3 نورمال عشان يعدي الأبنورمال. لأن إيه؟ لو كله 3 اضرب 3 في 14 ب 42، يبقى محتاج 6 سكور كمان، 6 درجات زيادة، يبقى ال3 هتحوله من 5. احنا عندنا سكور يا 1 يا 3 يا 5، يبقى على الأقل 3 يكونوا نورمال عشان لا ده أكتر من 3، أكتر من 3 عشان أكتر من 3 عشان يبقى فوق ال 48 وما معهوش ولا واحدة أبنورمال، مفيش ولا واحدة 1. لو واحدة بقت 1 يبقى هنعمل دبل قصادها 2.
All of you clear? Okay, one more step. Yeah, I understand. Just follow this.
مش انت ولا ايه؟
Should we talk scoring later?
You mean categories?
No. When you evaluate the baby, then we come to you and then we teach you how to do the scoring.
Okay, good.
Correct?
Okay.
That will be better.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I have my baby to tell you the score. I will be able to show you how a normal baby perform on infinite different age point, how different normal babies perform at different age point. That I'll show you.
بس رجاء عشان الاهل زي كده وخصوصيه فمصر يكون فيه تصوير واسئله وزي كده واحنا بس الكوليج نحن